the company you become known for. The email arrives at 6:18 a.m. Subject line: Retail partner concern. You open it before the city is fully awake. A major retail partner has flagged a customer experience issue. From the latest launch, deliveries in one region are delayed by 48 hours. Customers have posted screenshots online. An editor has asked whether the brand is struggling to keep up with growth. By 6:40 a.m., communications is awake. Operations is tracing the delay. Customer experience is pulling support transcripts. Retail needs a response before its meeting. Sales are strong. Demand is high. Visibility is increasing. Still, one truth becomes clear. Reputation is shaped most powerfully when growth is under pressure. At 7:30 a.m., the executive team gathers in the boardroom. Screens show customer comments, delivery timelines, support volume, and retail notes. Communications begins with the external narrative. Operations explains the logistics issue. Customer experience reads the exact language customers are using. This is about delayed orders and what the company teaches the market to expect. At 8 a.m., one executive says, "We should keep the message short and contain the moment." You hear the instinct: move quickly, protect the brand. Your attention goes deeper. You ask, what do we want customers and partners to remember about how we handled this? The room gets quiet. At 8:20 a.m., customer experience reads one message aloud: "I love the product, I just want to know what is happening with my order." That line lands. The customer is asking for clarity. You say, "Then clarity is the standard." Operations confirms the delivery window. Customer experience drafts updates. Retail receives a direct note with the issue, plan, and communication timeline. The response becomes calm, specific, and accountable. At 9:15 a.m., the retail partner joins the call. Their tone is firm. They want to know whether the company can sustain quality as demand increases. You answer carefully. "We are protecting the customer relationship first. The delay is isolated. The communication is proactive, and the operating fix is moving." The other side settles. Partners trust companies that communicate clearly under pressure. At 10:30 a.m., the team reviews the deeper pattern. The delay came from a fulfillment handoff. The handoff worked at smaller volume. The launch exposed the weakness. Now the issue becomes structural. You ask, what needs to change so the company becomes known for reliability at the next level of scale? The coup answers with precision: a regional delivery threshold, a backup fulfillment trigger, a launch week exception report, a communication rule before support spikes. This is reputation being built operationally. At noon, the leadership team writes the new standard. When customer trust is affected, the company communicates early. When a retail partner is exposed, the company gives direct visibility. When a repeated issue appears, the company turns it into a system. When pressure increases, the company becomes more precise. At 2 p.m., the social conversation begins to shift. Customers appreciate the update. Retail responds positively. Support stabilizes. The editor receives a clear statement. The response is stronger than the issue. Markets remember how a company behaves when the story is difficult. At 4:30 p.m., you walk through the office. Teams move quickly. But with more clarity, people understand that reputation lives inside details. It lives in the email sent before the customer asks. It lives in the retailer call handled with composure. lives in the decision to fix the system instead of explaining the delay. At 5:30 p.m., you sit alone in the conference room. The business is becoming known. But now the more important question is clear. What is the company becoming known for? Speed is useful visibility. Is powerful growth is exciting. Respect is built through repeated evidence. Clear communication, reliable execution, customer trust, operational accountability, professionalism under pressure. That is the reputation you are building. At the end of the day, the retail partner sends one final message. Thank you for the clarity. We appreciate how quickly your team got ahead of this. The company follows through. The company protects trust. It behaves like a long-term partner. That is how reputation compounds. Through repeated alignment between what the company says, how it operates, and how people experience the brand when pressure is real. That is the company you become known for. The business with clarity and integrity strong enough that trust enters rooms before presentation starts. Remember this. The strongest companies earn respect because their reputation is carried by consistent behavior, protected standards, and trust that compounds through every season of growth.